I'm Ringer, and this is my prospecting journal. Come on, let's go prospecting. Hello and welcome to Ringer's Prospecting Journal. Today is day 3 of our Nugget Lake adventure. Got out to a late start today, but I do have a few hours this afternoon, see how many buckets I can get ran. We got today and tomorrow for sure to prospect, get some gold. Thursday and Friday they're calling for some heavy storms, so I don't know if I'll be able to get out those 2 days, but we got today and tomorrow for sure. So stick around. Let's get that shiny. Today we're going to be running mini gold hog sluice with the gold hog mat, just like I did earlier this week. Seems to capture the gold really well. Let's get these buckets run. Got a nice even flow going through the sluice, not too fast, not too slow, so I think we're doing good. All right, coming to the end of day 3. Been down here for a few hours, got 6 buckets of material ran through the sluice box. Let me show you the results. I did a quick pan back and just so I can show you some of the gold. Let me get you turned around here and I'll show you the gold. Look at all the gold. And again, this was just a quick pan back. It's by no means all of it, but pretty good for 6 pails. Well, there you have it for day 3. Stay tuned for day 4. It'll be coming up next. Well, it's a beautiful morning here on day 4. We're gonna hit the creek here for a few hours this morning. This afternoon we're supposed to get some rain starting around 1 o'clock-ish, I guess, according to the weather guys, see if they're accurate or not. So we're gonna come out here this morning, get a few hours of run time in and see what we can get. This may be our last day of actual prospecting, because I guess tomorrow we're supposed to get some heavier storms. But we'll see what the weather foretells. But for now, this is day 4, and let's go get that gold stuff. You know, that's what we're here for. Get the gold. All right, we're down here on the creek, and then you see the green bucket there behind me. That's where we got the sluice set up. It's where we had it set up all week. Earlier this week, Eric was up in this area doing some test pans, and he came across an interesting find. So let me show you what we got here. So right over here is where I was digging. I already filled in my hole best as I could. A little bit of tailings from classification still sitting here, but I filled it in as best as you can. Remember, folks, try to fill in your holes. But straight across the stream from it, let me back up a little bit. So I was digging along this inside bend here, getting about 20 specks in the pan. And if you look, we got an outside bend coming to an inside bend going in that direction to where I had the sluice box. And right on this inside bend, straight across from where I was digging, getting 15 to 20 specks in a pan, he did a test pan right where that shovel is. And in his test pan was like 30 or 40 specks. So we're gonna dig along this edge here, get a few pails out of here, and then see what we can get. Hopefully that 30 to 40 speck count continues. Should add up pretty quick. Hey, first 4 buckets. See if I can expose that a little bit more for you. All kinds of gold in there. This is just a quick pan out and a pan back. I am saving all my concentrates to run through the cleanup sluice, but yeah, doing pretty good. Even got some gold back over in here. All right, we're going to take a break from the action for a public safety announcement, folks. If you're north of 50 like I am and are not in the greatest condition, or not in the best shape, make sure you know your limitations. Make sure you know when enough is enough. Unlike my younger self, classifying buckets, making sure it's dirt's all the way up to the top, lugging them around like they're nothing, I can't do that anymore. So if you're classifying buckets out, know your limitations. If you can only handle buckets that are 3/4 to half full, fine. It's 3/4 to half full. Not a big deal. You digging your holes? If you backhand handle digging real deep holes anymore, dig shallower holes. That's what I'm doing. I'm still finding gold. I'm still having a blast. Just be safe out there, folks. If you're like me, go out prospecting by yourself. Make sure people know where you're at. Have a meetup time, so be back home or wherever you're at by a certain time. Make sure you stick to that. If something, God forbid, something does happen, they know where to find you at. Carry a cell phone. If you have a cell service in the area where you're prospecting, keep your cell phone handy. You never know when you might have to call for help. All right, back to the action. And here's some of the gold from a 2-bucket run. So we're still on it. All right, folks, we are back at the homestead. Time to clean out the gold out of our concentrates that we got down at Nugget Lake. Let me get you turned around here and we'll show you what we're doing. All right, so I already got the material classified down from 40 mesh and 60 mesh. I did the kitchen strainer 20 mesh screen earlier. Got that taken care of. So this is our plus 40 material. This is our plus 60 material. And this is our minus 60 material. So what we're going to do now, since I got everything classified down into like sizes, we're going to pan it out. And that snuffer bottle right there, I already have a bunch of gold from my initial cleanup back at the campsite. But I wanted to bring everything back home in a more controlled environment and get a better result. So instead of showing you the next tedious process, I'm just going to sit here over the next few hours and do a lot of panning. I got multiple snuffer bottles to show you the results from each different classification. So I'll bring you back when I get the results. Yeah, my initial pan out must have been a lot better than I thought. This is the minus 60 that I got out of that material. Not a lot there, so I must have got most of it during the initial pan out. But still gold to add to the snuffer bottle. We're going to do the plus 60 next. So here's the gold from today's session of panning. Not the greatest. That's not the overall gold. I really am not that great at panning. So I'm going to take that material and run it through my cleanup sluices just to narrow it down. I'm sure there's more gold in it, but I'll show you what I got overall throughout the whole week. All right, this is the gold that I got throughout the week down at Nugget Lake County Park in Pierce County, Wisconsin. A lot of small stuff in there. .14 grams of gold for our Nugget Lake adventures. Overall, not too bad. I was hoping for about 1/4 gram, but take what we can get when we can get it. I think Lake Superior kind of spoiled me though. You get about that much in a 5-gallon pail on Lake Superior. Well, there you have it, folks. I hope you liked our little highlights from the Nugget Lake adventure. Finished up with 0.14 grams of gold. Not too bad for that location. Not as good as Lake Superior. Again, we got a little spoiled. But until next time, folks, God bless.